Built on an artificial island at the entrance to Charleston Harbor after the War of 1812, Fort Sumter was always meant to defend the area against naval invasions from foreign nations. There was never a thought that it would serve as the target for the first shots of the Civil War on April 12, 1861. At 4:30 that fateful morning, 43 guns from 8 batteries surrounding the fort opened fire. This is the start of a bombardment of over 3,300 shells that lasted for 34 hours. Today, it stands as a stark reminder of the deadliest war in American history, with over 620,000 deaths and our country ravaged by 4 years of bloodshed. Every day, visitors arriving on the first boat have the opportunity to help hoist a replica 33-starred flag above the fort, just as soldiers garrisoned here would have done every morning. On the afternoon of the 13th, after nearly constant bombardment from Confederate forces, the main flagpole was hit. New York City Patrolman Peter Hart, a civilian at the fort simply by chance because he had escorted the garrison commander's ailing wife down to be with her husband, volunteered to raise it again on a makeshift pole. The flag remained flying until later that day when the fort was evacuated. During the first day of the bombardment, Confederate guns fired every 2 minutes in a counterclockwise rotation. While the fort walls were masonry, structures inside were made of wood. Confederates fired cannonballs heated red hot in furnaces, called hot shots, into the fort, causing many of those to catch fire. Fortunately that evening, a storm extinguished the flames. Through the night, the Confederates reduced their fire to 4 shots per hour, but resumed their full rate the next morning. After seeing the Union flag shot down and raised again, Confederate Colonel Lewis Wigfall, a former U.S. Senator, felt the fort had endured enough. Commandeering a boat, he proceeded out to meet with Major Robert Anderson, the Union commander. "You have defended your flag nobly, sir. You have done all that it is possible to do, and General Beauregard wants to stop this fight. On what terms, Major Anderson, will you evacuate this fort?" Encouraged that he said evacuate and not surrender, Anderson signed a truce at 2 p.m. Satisfied that they had defended their post with honor, enduring over 3,000 Confederate rounds without losing a man. At 7 a.m. on the morning of the 12th, Captain Abner Doubleday fired the Union's first shot. Given his available manpower, Major Anderson could not take advantage of all 60 of his guns and could only safely fire the 21 working guns on the lowest level because he deliberately avoided using those situated in the fort where casualties were more likely. But because of the limited elevation allowed by their embrasures, these were largely incapable of delivering fire with trajectories high enough to seriously threaten any of the Confederates' batteries. The fort's best cannons were mounted on the uppermost of its 3 tiers, where his troops would be exposed to incoming fire. The top 2 tiers have long been dismantled due to the heavy damage sustained during the battle. Walking around the fort, imagine what must have been going through the minds of the 87 soldiers here, looking out and wondering if you or your fellow countrymen could fire on one another. Not believing that we could come to this, where brother fought against brother, father fought against son, and our country was torn in two. But where 4 million people were freed from the chains of slavery.